Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here. It is finally time for Worlds. I'm recording this video the day before Worlds, but it's going to be coming out the day that Worlds actually starts. So once you're seeing this video, we're going to be hopefully less than 24 hours away from the tournament actually starting. But there's still one question we need to answer. What in the heck is going on with Fnatic? And finally, today, the day that I'm recording this video, we finally got some answers. We know pretty much exactly what's going to be going on with Fnatic, so that is very, very exciting. Because today there is a very, very big match. Fnatic against Evil Geniuses is going down, and both teams are dealing with some kind of craziness right now. Obviously, EG and the whole Danny situation, Fnatic and the whole bot lane situation with both Upset and Hylissang. So it's a lot of craziness, but this game is so important. It is Fnatic and EG and then 4 minor region teams, and these two teams, Fnatic and EG, they're expected to top this group, and whoever does top this group is going to automatically qualify for the main stage at Worlds, and the other team is potentially going to have to win a best of 5 against Mad Lions, DRX, RNG, one of these other teams to actually qualify for the main event, and that's going to be tough. It's going to be a lot more difficult than just winning a couple best of 1s against minor region teams. So this first day, this first game, Fnatic against EG, for each of these teams, it's the first game, is going to be very, very important. It's going to be very exciting, and of course, it's EU against NA. You know, there's no other way we'd rather have this thing, so I am super excited. But who's going to win this game, or how both these teams are going to play, is probably going to depend on what Fnatic's roster even is, and there's been so much speculation about what that's going to be. I know yesterday I talked about how Upset tweeted out, hey, this is my last game in EU, which made it sound like he was coming over to NA, made it sound like he was going to be ready to go and actually be playing in this very first game against Evil Geniuses, but we hadn't heard anything from Hylissang. We didn't know if that was because he was just being more quiet about things, or if he wasn't actually going to make it here in time, or what the heck was going on with him. We finally got this announcement from Fnatic. They tweeted out an update regarding Worlds 2022. With the stage almost set in Mexico City, we're pleased to provide an update regarding our Worlds 2022 roster. And I do appreciate them putting this out beforehand. You know, they could have waited till the day of, or whatever the heck was going on. I wish this would have come out a little bit sooner, but, you know, maybe they didn't have the full information any sooner. I don't know. I'm glad they put out a statement. I do appreciate this. Thankfully, both Upset and Hylissang are now both testing negative. This is very, very big because, again, this whole thing originally popped up because they were both testing positive for COVID, and apparently, you know, with the German laws and stuff, once you test positive for COVID, you need to do a 5-day quarantine, and then from there, you're good to go. I don't know if the negative test gets you out sooner, if you needed a negative test after that or whatever, but they're both testing negative, so that's awesome. They're both going to be able to travel. Upset will join the starting roster versus EG and the Chiefs tomorrow night after flying to Mexico City today, and we're excited to finally witness his debut on the world stage. So that is huge. Upset, so many years in the making, is finally, you know, barring something insane happening or something crazy else coming up at the last minute, Upset is finally set to make his Worlds debut. Yes, it is just at the Worlds play-ins, which sucks, but hey, Fnatic is still a heavy favorite, especially if Upset is playing to make it to the main stage at Worlds. So Upset should be set to make his debut. Now, obviously, this is not in ideal circumstances. We know Fnatic over in Europe, they weren't scrimming leading up to Worlds. Their plan was just to come over to NA, scrim a couple of days, and then play. Obviously, that's not happening, and Upset is going to be getting to Worlds just a day before the tournament starts, which means he's not going to have as much practice, not going to have as much scrims. He's going to be jet lagged, but also his body clock is going to be way off in terms of, you know, like the time of day and stuff like that too. Hopefully, you know, he'll get like a decent amount of sleep and stuff like that. But I mean, this man is literally showing up the day before the tournament starts. And yeah, play-ins, it's much easier to be showing up the day before play-in starts than the day before the main stage starts, because I can't imagine showing up the day before the main stage and then like taking on Gen G or something like that. He's showing up the day before main stage and taking on EG, which is still going to be very hard, but then like he gets to play Chiefs later in the day, which Chiefs are apparently a very strong team this year. But hey, it's still a minor region team, and if Fnatic wants to prove that they're one of the best teams in the world, they should be able to beat some of these other minor region teams. So again, in some ways, Fnatic could use the play-ins as like their extra practice time and their warming up time and their time to get Upset going and stuff like that. And hopefully they're able to improve over the course of play-ins. Obviously, they'd like to get that 1 seed and automatically qualify for groups. But even if they don't, yeah, they should still be able to win a best of 5 against, you know, whoever, Saigon Buffalo or Mad Lions or whoever it ends up being. So it should still be okay no matter what for Fnatic, as long as they show up and play well, which that's no guarantee either, because consistency has definitely been an issue for the team this year. So we know Upset's playing. We know Bean, he was listed as a substitute. We thought it might be time for teams to get freaking beaned again. Looks like Bean is on the shelf. Upset going to be making his world debut. But what's going on with Hylissang? Whilst Hylissang is also testing negative, he has only recently tested so, and as a result is flying out tomorrow morning. So hey, Upset's gonna be there, sounds like a day earlier than Hylissang, so that's why Upset's gonna be ready to go playing against EG and Chiefs. Hylissang tested negative, but he tested negative later on. I don't know if that means he was testing positive before, or if they just got him his test later or whatever. Like, I don't necessarily understand that, because if you're just testing positive and then negative, like, I don't know, doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but whatever. Hylissang has tested negative. He's gonna be flying out tomorrow morning. As such, he will miss our games tomorrow evening. Rux will substitute with Hylissang, hopefully rejoining us for Friday's matchup against Det FM. So they say hopefully, but I mean, it sounds like pretty likely if he's coming in at some point on Thursday. I don't know why he wouldn't be able to play on Friday. Like he should be there. Obviously, maybe they're just like planning for the worst case scenario or whatever the heck's going on. But Rux is going to be playing, and I know there were some people like, oh, well, why don't you play Bean and Rux and let them keep their bot lane synergy? Why are you going to be mixing and matching the bot lanes like this? Like, that's stupid. Upset's been your best player all year. You got to let Upset play. You got to let him pop off. You got to let him make his Worlds debut. Yes, it's not ideal that Upset and Rux, I don't know what, have they probably never played together before? I don't know. Hopefully they've played some in like scrims or practice or solo queue or something like that before together previously, but I wouldn't be shocked if they haven't played together much at all. But Rux, he's actually going to get to play 2 games, even if he does just get to play 1 day, because again, if we take a look at the world schedule, Fnatic plays, this is Thursday, Fnatic plays EG at 5 o'clock Eastern, and then also at 8 o'clock Eastern, so they are going to get 2 games in that day. So this will be a really, really exciting opportunity for Rux. Obviously, Bean got to play at Worlds last year. He got to shine on the stage and you know, make a name for himself and show how good he is. Now Rux is going to get this opportunity as well, could really raise his own stock, could maybe make himself some money going forward in the future, and could maybe even put himself onto like an LEC team for next year as well if he does really, really pop off. Yes, it's just 2 games, so you don't have too much of an opportunity to do like anything too crazy, but if you look good, you impress some people, especially the support position is not exactly the strongest in Europe and in the LCS right now. But yeah, here they say, we want to thank you for your continued patience and support as we navigate through these issues. We have absolute trust in Rux's abilities to bring his best performance to the world stage and represent us fully. As Fnatic, we thrive with our backs against the wall, and we aim to open this event with a bang. See you in Mexico City tomorrow. And then they tweet out this. Our roster for EG and Chiefs is going to be Wonder, Razork, Humanoid, Upset, and Rux. See you tomorrow. So yeah, kind of crazy stuff. You know, we're gonna have to see how this goes. Again, it is definitely better than Bean and Rux having to play. At least Upset is getting there in time. It sucks that Hylissang will not be there for the EG match, because again, the EG versus Fnatic match is probably going to be like this biggest single match of the entire playing stage. RNG against DRX is also going to be very, very big, and Mad Lions against those 2 teams as well. But Fnatic against EG, probably one of the more interesting, one of the closest, and one of the more important matches of the whole thing, at least in the best of ones and stuff. We also had this from Hylissang. He did tweet out, finally I tested negative. I'm going to miss only 1 day of World, so he is much more confident that he will be playing on Friday. I have full faith in the boys, and I wish them best of luck. I have an early flight tomorrow morning, and I'm super excited to play Worlds. Thank you all for the nice messages and support. Good night. So I don't know how long it takes to get from Berlin to Mexico City, but like if he's leaving in the morning and they play at like 2 or 3, I don't know. It kind of, I mean, I guess, yeah, I don't know. I've never flown internationally. I guess it takes a long time. I was thinking he might be able to play, but I guess Mexico City is probably like Central Time or Mountain Time or something like that. So they probably play at actually like 2 o'clock. So even if he leaves at like 8 a.m., there's no way he's going to get here in time. So yeah, it seems like he'll be set to play on Friday. Upset will be playing tomorrow, though, so that is at least exciting. I know we saw this where, yeah, Hylissang was playing like some solo queue and stuff during the day today. So yeah, he's definitely was still in Europe, but he is going to be headed to North America, headed to Mexico City very, very soon, and we'll see how him, Upset, and Fnatic look with mixing and matching members, with the lack of scrims, with the lack of practice, with some jet lag, with some time zone issues. I don't know, man. Every day is a banger over at Fnatic. There's always some craziness, especially when you throw Worlds in. But I am happy that we'll finally get to see Upset play at Worlds. I think he's going to be an absolute beast this year. I hope he pops off. I hope Fnatic pops off. But I hope they don't pop off too hard on EG. Hopefully they just beat the rest of the teams. But that is pretty much it for this video today, guys. We are all set, ready for Worlds to kick off today. I can't explain to you guys how excited I am. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about anything we talked about in this video today. Subscribe, stay up to date on all my latest content. Hopefully catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.